Hello everybody and welcome back to Pravus Gaming and more Hearts of Iron 4 Awakened Tiger playing as Rexist Belgium. We have won our war against America. It is now the Free American Empire, which is a bit of a misnomer given that they are my slaves. But yeah, we had to use the Germans and the Italians to do it, but they really didn't take much. They took a few islands and the Panama Canal, and that's really about it. The important thing is I still control all of the world's oil supply, which is going to be excellent because when the time comes to start starving the Germans of oil and rubber to make their tanks, well, that's going to feel pretty good, isn't it? I think so. All right, let's go ahead and start getting our planes back home over Mya. All of you need to come back home. I don't know when we're going to betray the Germans. It won't be immediate because I don't have nearly enough troops, but it will be soon-ish. So what we did with the templates here is America did already have a pretty decent template. I threw on field hospitals and anti-tank, but they got some simple 20 combat with infantry divisions that we can simply entrench for good defense. I said, okay, good enough for me. Let's go ahead and make 86 of them. So yeah, we're now training up 86. I don't have nearly enough infantry equipment to do so right now, but even if we can get only like 40, this is something. This is good. This is what I want. So let's go ahead and start throwing all of our factories into that. The American Empire wants to give me something. Ha 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 ha. No. Who's in charge, by the way? Who's the emperor? William Dudley Pelly. I have no idea who that is. Sounds fun, though. How are we doing with the British? Nothing is changing. I can't remember. Did we actually decide to give you a Lend-Lease or not? Are we doing a Lend-Lease with them right now? Trade. Wait. Hang on. No, you. Trade. Trade. That's diplomacy. What am I doing? Yeah, sorry. Trade. I don't remember how you tell. I think it's diplomacy. Country list. British Empire. I don't remember. Request license production. What can we license from you? Do you have anything good? Any really good planes? Seems they're all out of date to me. Could start producing, like, bombers and stuff that way. He doesn't have much. What about ships? There's a thought. We could license out some Queen Elizabeth-class battleships. It would do very little for me at this stage of the game, but there's just a thing that you can do. Technically. All right, we need a lot of infantry equipment. Paratroopers are done. Good, we actually need to train some more, because I need to replace the ones that we lost. So we'll move them over there, I guess. It's not much, but it's something. All right, so 1941 could work on the mechanized. Could go for the early anti-tank, which would give us a huge advantage, actually. Alternatively, better guns in general. If we're going to produce a lot of infantry equipment, this would be nice. I love the idea of the extra heart attack and piercing, though. But maybe the guns. It's a more permanent bonus. Let's go for it. We're also about to finish up the rocket artillery, and the Philippines has joined the Comintern because the Soviets and blah, 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 blah. All right. Grand. We could start working on this early. Not sure it makes a lot of sense. Could instead work on the advanced computing machine a full year ahead of time, but it would give us an extra 5% research. Nice. Construction's pretty good, too. Let's stick with the basics. We're going to go for construction. You can't really go wrong with that. Whoa! Hey, 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 hey. What are you doing on my borders? What do you think you're doing on my borders? I'm not in on this war, am I? Wait, am I? Why am I in on this war? Problem. I apparently am fighting the Soviets, after all. I don't recall getting called in. I really do not remember getting called in at all. Well, that's awkward, isn't it? That is real awkward. Oh, yeah, it is. Huh. Alright, so we're going to lose Gibraltar. Here comes a pop-up about it, right? No? Okay. Call to arms. They want to help in their war efforts. Versus the Soviets. No. But they apparently can take land from me. So we have to be in it. Oh, gosh dang it. Now all these wars are joining together. So now we're fighting the freaking... Gosh darn it. We actually are fighting the Soviet Union now. Oh, no. How did this happen to me? How? Alright, cancel these orders. They don't make any sense. You guys need to start going over here. You guys need to start going over here. Actually, let's just go ahead and create a front line, because apparently this is a thing now. We're going to go to Madrid. All of you go here. I'll actually send both armies for good measure. Why not? We'll give you an offensive line. Take back Gibraltar. I'm not happy. I'm not happy about that at all. I really do not recall being involved. Did I click on something? Or did I get automatically called in for some reason? Because I called in the Germans on my war? Or something like that? I mean, that's not how it's supposed to work, but I don't actually know. Start a Lend-Lease. It's actually not the end of the world. Because what we could do is let the Germans exhaust themselves against the Soviet Union. They'll beat the Soviet Union, but now they have to manage all this territory, and then we just leave the Axis and declare war on them, or rather, they may even declare war on me, because they have a war goal. And they're already exhausted and all the way over to the east, and I just sweep in and take over Germany. You know, that could be very well what ends up happening. I'm a little concerned that we have no troops to fight against Spain at the moment, because I wasn't really expecting them. So it's a little bit of a problem, but... You know, if Italy or Germany wants to help, I would not be opposed to this. No? Who's even down here? I don't even see these troops. It's Italy. Italy is already helping. I don't see any troops. Did my game break? I see my flags. What am I not seeing? Hang on. Oh, there we go. I accidentally clicked a button. Oh, well, okay. Problem solved. All right, so Italy is very half-heartedly offering some troops to me. It's not going to do much. Paratroopers are going to arrive soon. That'll be good. So yeah, we are departing here. Is Japan in on this war? No. So why are you entering my troops, or my land? How are you doing this? You're not in on this. You're not a member of the Axis. I don't know. I don't recall giving them military access at all. So the Germans and the Soviets are fighting over Poland, which is great. That suits me just fine. If only I could get a few more troops in position. We already actually do have some air superiority, but let's go ahead and just make that more. Can I get some close air support going? We're almost at a point where I have some meaningful amount. Almost. I don't have enough manpower, so it's irrelevant, isn't it? Modify government. I'm still in an offensive war, even though I totally did not declare this one. Oh boy, howdy, does that suck, though. Alright. We could start working toward democracy support. We could actually do that. And I don't think it would much hurt me at all. We kind of have to do it eventually, right? And there's no denying that I will be able to fabricate some sort of a claim against the Germans. We know that's going to be a thing. It's going to take a while. I'm going to switch over to a democratic reformer. Sorry, Leon de Grelle. It is time to start switching you out. Yes. Go America. Oh, I totally forgot. We have all of the American troops are on our side, too. Yay! You're awesome. Love you, boo. I'm glad that I conquered you, though. You'll be useful to me. Let's actually just try to get the troops in position. I don't want them going immediately. That's how you get yourself killed, man. Look at all these Germans and Belgians streaming across the oceans. Yeah, we're gonna get you, Spain. Oh, you think you can take over southern France, but you thought correctly. But I'm still annoyed by you. We need to free up some manpower, or else I'm not gonna be able to get any close air support. Let's go ahead and get rid of that. And then replace them immediately with my close air support. At least 100. We'll try doing that here. I'll use all the manpower for that, hopefully. It should be arriving soon, though. How many did I actually get? Just one? Did I use my manpower for everything else? Darn it! We'll get it eventually, though. Alright, so we're actually training up a pretty good number of troops just from all of the, Yeah, actually, how are you looking on... Okay, manpower is a problem right now. Do you not have any? You have 4.57 million manpower. Don't tell me that you can't train these guys. You should be able to. Why won't they? I don't know yet. I do not know yet. All right. Well, we finished with Special Forces upgrades. Naval effort, aviation effort, start working toward rockets and stuff. Sure, we'll do that. All right, the troops are on the front lines. You ready? Go! Now we don't have to worry about the mountains. We'll just push them all out of here. Get out of here, Spain! Get out of here! I don't even like you. These freaking Spaniards. Thought no one would expect you, but did you expect me? The answer is no, you did not. All right, so what are we producing right now? Bit of close air support, no tanks. Okay, let's reduce the number of motorized that we are producing by a substantial margin. And artillery. We'll keep the fighters. Need the infantry equipment. Everything else here looks okay. We just need to produce tanks. That's it. Where did all my factories just go? I just stopped a bunch of production. Where'd they go? Close air support? I guess. We can produce even less artillery, I think. Yeah, that's right. Start producing some tanks, please. Get that efficiency building up. I'm going to need to keep researching new ones. We've been focusing on our industry for a bit, but we need to do that. Alrighty then. So, yeah. My dreams of killing Germany are just going to have to wait for a bit longer. It looks like they are actually starting to push back against the Soviets now. Bit by little bit. We're not actually interested in assisting them in the war, though. We are only interested in sitting down and protecting our own territory until we can build up a meaningful army. That is all that I care about. The Germans can just go and stuff it. Do we have any close air support coming in now? Little bit by little bit, we're starting to train up some pilots. I mean, we're creating a good couple hundred manpower per day at least. That's something. Can you, like, just go get us surrounded on these guys in Barcelona and stuff? Because that'd be great. The answer's probably yeah. Well, maybe. Hang on. You, go this way. He's trying to stop my motorized. There you go. Get out of here. Yeah, okay. So now that the Belgians are back home, you thought you had a good attack of opportunity, you fool. The Belgians have returned, and we are very experienced and hungry for war. By the way, can I upgrade any generals? Totally can get some traits. Infantry expert. Oh, that's really good. Alternatively, entrenchment, which is also really good. These are both fantastic. I like attack, though. We're going to go for the attack. No other traits we can get for you. Okay, what about you, though? Combined arms. Motorized, mechanized. Yep, do that. You have nothing. We do need to hire up a new general at some point. Let's go ahead and get you now. And we'll place you in charge. Actually, we already had one. Wait, why do we have no portrait? Well, that's awkward, to say the least. Can you guys just stop kicking around and just kill him? Thank you. All right, so Spain's going to be mine. That's a lot more factories that I can use. In a weird way, this could end up being good for me. It's going to buy me time, so I don't have to worry about the Axis. It's going to get me the extra factories in the form of Spain. And the Germans are going to be relying upon me, fools that they are, and as a result, they are all going to die. Let's go around Murcia, if and I can. Hello. I'm here for the surrounds. No, you go ahead and leave. I'm okay with it. Up. Wait. Up. Stop it. Up. There we go. All right, I have a surround on you now. Ha! Have fun. Yeah, this is easy. This is real easy. This is what happens when you put the combined Belgian might together. And we actually are almost fixed on our manpower now. Almost. We have a lot that's due to go into training, yes. We're getting 972 monthly growth in states. Total manpower, 780,000. I'm looking for something that'll tell me how much we're actually using for reinforcement right now. Army, 415. In the field, 563. I mean, I would expect those numbers to be reversed, if anything. All right. More tanks. More tankage. All of the tankage. How are we doing on terms of trade and supply? Just freaking fine. Let's cancel all imports of oil because we have all of it. Look how many resources I've got this game. This is proper autarky right here. Autarky. Autarky? Autarky? Whatever. Self-sufficient. Republican Spain has capitulated. Thank you for all your equipment. It's nice been playing with ya. Can we get across? No. Awkward. You. Create a front line. Capture him. You guys now can go here, and we'll start prepping for an invasion of Italy. Maybe Italy will be distracted, too. It'd be amazing. Sneak around through Rome. They'll never see it coming. They're so undefended right now. I would like to just say, hey, Soviets, how would you feel if I just sent you a message and was like, hey, I changed my mind. You want to help me kill the Germans? And they're all like, well, this is a plot twist. Yes, of course we do. Yeah, we should do that. All right, how we doing? Still working on the advanced fire bases. Could upgrade artillery, which is fine. We need to start working on an upgrade to our medium tank, so we will do that next. Then I think we'll start switching over to some mechanized. We need to produce a lot less motorized at this point. 5 is probably enough, because really all we're using for this is field hospitals. We're not going to train any more motorized units. We're going to go to all mechanized going forward. We have plenty of towed anti-tank. Let's reduce that a little bit. Still haven't researched like any bombers or anything new there, so that's not a thing. So are you on the way, or like what? No? You don't want to? You have any troops assigned here? No divisions. There you go. Yeah, get to these ports. Get over here. Encircle the remaining Spaniards. Okay. Are we training? We are training paratroopers right now, right? Yes. Okay, we are actually getting some manpower in. So once we start contributing any amount of manpower, it looks like the Americans have to contribute their full amount. So once we start seeing anything in here, I suspect we're going to get 83,000 from the Free American Empire just like that. All right. So little bit by little bit, as we get our manpower sorted, the Americans will be contributing 80% or so, which is great. Would love to work on these things a little ahead of time. Research advantages, man. But instead, I think we are going to go for the mechanized. Go ahead and start prepping it. Factories. Oh, yes. Oh, yes. We need many more of these. I need 1,000,000 factories. All the factories. Up in Amsterdam and around England and everything else. Boom. Can never have enough. Aviation effort is done. Great. Rockets. Jet technology will be a huge advantage. Close air support. Yes. Let's get an upgrade on that, too. All right, so you guys are taking some attrition, which I'm not a huge fan of, but I don't think that these guys are going to have much of anything. You need an offensive line to this, that, like that. Yeah, go when you can. Just finish them off so we don't have to worry about it, okay? I don't expect the Soviets to, like, land any troops on my my shores. So I'm not feeling especially worried about that. Maybe I should be a little bit, but I'm not. When we are done and ready to fight the Germans, I am going to want to take out Canada quickly, just so I don't have to have any distractions in North America. So I'll probably want to leave at least a handful of troops there so that we and the Americans can take them out. All right, we finished this a little bit ahead of time. Awesome. Let's go ahead and get started on the 429 days is so long. But if we get this done early, we'll have this about a year before the Germans, assuming they even are starting on it, which gives me more time to actually get the material refined for actual nukes. This will tie up one of my research slots for a long dang time, though. You know what I would rather do is just go for the advanced computing machine early? 135 days is an acceptable wait for me. That'll give me a 5% research time bonus on everything, which is pretty good. Now that we've used up the rest of our bonuses here, though, let's go for the decryption and encryption. We are producing outdated infantry equipment. Let's fix that now. Lots to upgrade. Looks to me, I think we need to prioritize the infantry divisions, and the upgrades are the lowest priority, but again, it's not like it matters. That is a lot of manpower that we have to make right here. Hang on. I can free up some manpower if I change these templates. If I made these infantry heavy, sorry, not infantry, artillery heavy, like this, how much manpower would that save me? 2,000 each division. That makes a difference. And this is still a pretty good division. I wish we could throw a heavy tank in here for the armor, but this isn't bad. This is a very basic unit. And if I can field a lot more of them a lot faster, done. All right. All right, let's go ahead and start using that manpower in other places. It looks like you all just stuffed them into these 4. Gosh dang it. It didn't actually do much for me, did it? All right, whatever. So say goodbye, Spain. You're done. Last of your troops are going to be... never mind. You managed to get down here somehow. Rio de Oro. Rio de... Uh-oh is more like it. Hang on. I need to assign all of you... Well, I'll assign just the motorized. How's that sound? And a handful of infantry. You go here. Offensive line. Just grab it all. Everyone else can start heading toward Germany, though. Cool. So now we have France... We have Spain, and we have the UK, all under my thumb. That's great. Let's go for shock and awe for even better soft and hard attack. I love that. Still sort of a stalemate. Looks like the Germans are making some successful pushes. Pretty darn successful, actually. What can I do to sabotage them? That's my question. What can I do to screw them over? Let's go for a lot more tanks. We're starting to produce a bunch per day. I would love nothing better than to have the manpower required to freaking just create a load of tank divisions. We may actually want to consider disbanding a bunch of my own infantry-heavy divisions and save my manpower to start pushing it towards something else. Seems a little counterintuitive, but it might work. It's not very counterintuitive, just a little bit. All right, so these guys are done. Good. Problem is going to be resistance. There's a lot of it. All right, so you know what? Cancel your order against the Germans right now. You are just going to garrison the area. Garrison all of these places. If we can garrison it very successfully, what we could actually do is a harsh treatment and try taking some manpower out of them that way. Manage occupied territories. Republic of Spain. There we go. Gentlest, less resistance. By doing this, local manpower... Wait. Yes. Wait. So we sacrifice... I have trouble understanding these numbers sometimes, because the green and the red confuse me. It looks to me like less resistance growth is a good thing, so being gentle is good. But then it tells me we have less resources and stuff, but that only gets worse the harsher we are. Is there any reason not to just be incredibly gentle? You know? I'm not sure. Let's see how we look when we actually occupy this entire area. If we can handle all of that, then maybe we'll switch things around. So we actually are getting some democratic support here. Military High Command. Let's just go ahead and pick up the Ace Generation chance. A lot of things just got sabotaged. Love it. These guys are terrible at suppressing, it turns out. Was sort of to be expected. I suppose we could just send all the other troops over here as well. Is this the best you can do? Sure looks like that's the best we're going to get. We got some more coming up, though. We'll see. We'll see. All right, Germans. You have a lot of troops. Oh, my God. I really hope we can find a way to nuke you. I really hope so. Because, holy crud. The Germans are scaring the hell out of me. We denied them all the French factories, but they've managed to somehow just push that into just tons of infantry. That said, a lot of these guys are going to be small. These are mostly just like pawns and things they'll use to just occupy their local land. Yeah, some cavalry. So it's a little deceptive. It's a lot of pawns, a lot of cavalry. Doesn't actually mean as much. Medium tanks we have no template for. Yes, currently. Let's actually go ahead and fix that now. So we're going to want medium tanks. Oop. Actually, what I would love to do is have medium tanks plus mechanized. That would be good. We would go for the engineers. We'd go for the recon. We'd go for the field hospital. We'd go for maybe support anti-tank to have even more piercing value, but it's not going to do a lot. We would do that for now. We would want to add in a maintenance company. More tanks. Actually, hang on. We'll hold off. We'll come back to that. We'll come back to that. Actually, I have some mechanized ready to go, and we'll add that into the list. Let's go for the rocket effort. But yeah, ideally, medium tanks and early mechanized have roughly the same speed, so you're not sacrificing anything, except you just have better armor and pushing value across the board. It's just always good to do that. I love pairing up mechanized and medium tanks. Even better if we can develop some self-propelled rocket or regular artillery. That'd be really nice, too. I actually don't know why we researched the rocket artillery. I may not end up using it. I might. It could happen. But we also might not. Let's trade with British Malaya and just get some quick tungsten that I can use. Thank you. We control so many resources in the world, though, we really can cripple the Germans' trade if we wanted to. Something really sneaky we could do is actually just go to a closed economy. Right? Because what this would end up doing is, yeah, we lose out on all the trade we're getting from exporting. That gives me a lot of civilian factories to work with right now. But, without actually breaking off from the Axis, we would just shut the markets entirely. Hey, our first round of troopsies! Yes! All right, this is good. Let's go ahead and send them up to join in Canada for now. I wish that if I disbanded these guys, they would automatically go to my manpower pool, but no, most of it would just go back to America. Now, here's the sneaky thing you can do. Once you use up a load of their manpower, of which we've only used a few 100,000, once we use up most of their manpower and field a huge army, if we were to annex these guys, which is going to take forever, and I don't think it'll happen, but if we did, then we keep all their troops, and if we disband them, hey, look, we now have millions of manpower. Haha. Isn't that amazing? Yes. Yes, it is. How are we doing in terms of resistance? Mostly situated. Not fully, but mostly. Why can't you guys... Oh, right, we're holding on to the... You know what? There's no resistance here, right? There you go. Get rid of that. You guys get up here. We could use your help. I don't think they actually had any land here, technically. I think it was all... Oh, no. Yeah. They sort of did, but it doesn't actually have much. I'd rather just continue suppressing Madrid. Makes a lot more sense to me. Free factories again. Okay. We are making a load of tanks. Hey, this is fun. I like being able to produce a ton of stuff. We really could use a lot more infantry equipment is the other thing. Close air support, fighters. I mean, we can really just double down on the heck on the fighters and say I desperately want to have the air superiority game in my favor. Which wouldn't be bad. Once we develop a new form of tank, what I'm going to do, though, is use my army experience to make an even better one. And then we're going to sink a lot of production into those. A lot of production. It would be good. I would love to use self-propelled artillery. I haven't done that in a long time, but it is good. That's a lot of soft attack. We could shred through the infantry. That's actually better against the Soviet Union. Alternatively, you could go for the tank busters, you know? That would be better against the Germans, specifically. Alternatively, you go for heavy tank upgrades, and you start mixing those into your infantry. Which we have found to be a very powerful strategy in the past. Very powerful. I would like to start working down some new companies. We need military police. We need all this. We need to start working on the nuclear reactors, but it would take 576 days. Maybe I should have done this instead of going for the advanced computing machine. Maybe. No new fighters we need. We will eventually need bombers. They don't have to be amazing, but we will need them. I wouldn't mind also being able to do some heavy tanks and mix those into my infantry. That will save me a load of manpower just for having the armor value so that we force him to use anti-tank or some sort of piercing value just to be able to beat a simple infantry division. That would go a long way. Medium tank upgrades. We're going to give you a lot of armor and upgrade the main gun. And then give you reliability. That is the best I can do at the moment. A lot of armor means that we will win a lot more of our fights because he can't do as much damage. Honestly, maxing out armor is better. Plus 20 armor. If you don't know how this works, basically if he does not have, I think it's 100 piercing in his division, then he gets like a 50% damage reduction. If he has 101, he does full damage. If he has 99, 50% less damage, or something like that. So having as much armor as possible on tanks can go really far. And as long as we are making 8 kilometers per hour, we can keep up with our mechanized, I think. We could throw another round of the gun, though, on just to give us a little bit more piercing value. I mean, to give you an idea, these tanks would not be able to beat themselves. We wouldn't have enough piercing to beat our own armor. But a little bit could go a long way, but then we lose some speed. Alternatively, more reliability, so they just don't break down on me, like, ever. That could be good, too. All right, we're going to create some very reliable, very heavily armed tanks. We have a couple thousand to go. That's fine, though. I am fine with that. Let's get even more tungsten. And now we just sit back, let the Germans kind of have some fun, and start getting ready for a war. Of which we are going to need a lot more manpower to make that work. Gosh dang it all to heck. I just can't. I can't get the manpower that I need, guys. It's just not a thing. All right, we'll come back to that. Thank you all for watching. Hope you enjoyed. If so, then be sure to hit that like button, leave a comment, and subscribe, and I will see you guys next time.